All right, let's do some midterm packet problems. Start with midterm packet problem 28. So first identify that one half. That one half is going to be a that's going to be a vertical compression by a factor of one half. All right. And then also I want to rewrite this term as 3 times x minus 1 cubed. So I've essentially just rewritten things out. And once I've factored it, I can better determine my transformations. So that 3 is going to be a, once again, once it's inside the parentheses, it's opposite. We think the stress or compression factor is 1 over your coefficient. So it's going to be a horizontal compression by a factor of 1/3. And then this green term right here, this will be x minus 1 cubed. So it does the opposite of what you think. So that's going to be shift right 1. All right, so that's 28. Let's keep on going, do 29. Here, I'll just rewrite this as 2 times the absolute value of negative x minus 6. Factor out that negative 1. So vertical stretch by factor of 2. By a factor of 2. So that's this term right here. This is going to be a y-axis reflection. Reflect across the y-axis. Shift right 6. Identify the transformations. So 3 times x plus 1 over 3x. Let's figure out what's going on here. Well, first of all, we need to subtract 1, multiply this 3 by 1/3 on the inside on the outside, and then on the inside here multiply by 3. So what's that going to do? Because when we multiply 3 by 1/3, that's equal to 1. So that gets us our 1 times 3x When we do 1 minus 1, that gets us our 0. So that gives us our plus 0. And then we need to multiply by 3. X times 3 is going to become 3x. So what do these three transformations do? Well, that's going to be a vertical shrink by 1/3. This is going to be a horizontal shrink by a factor by 1/3, because and this is because terms inside the function or inside the brackets, the shrink factor when your coefficient is greater than 1 is 1 divided by your coefficient. And then plus 0, but in order to get that plus 0, we had to subtract 1. So shift down 1. If the function f of x is equal to x squared is stretched vertically by a factor of 2, shifted right 4 units, and shifted down 2 units, what is the resulting function g of x? So f of x equals x squared. So stretched vertically by a factor of 2. So now we have 2 times the f of x. But now shifted right 4 and down 2. So right 4, that would be x minus 4. And then down 2, minus 2. So that would become equal to 2 times x minus 4 squared minus 2. That's what g of x equals. G of x would equal 2 times x minus 4 squared minus 2. That's g of x. All right.